Hello, I'm Jess. Online I go as Jessanite, and I'm a professional artist. I recently uploaded a video detailing my experience with burnout and explaining how I wanted to make videos to try and document what I do creatively to try and recover. I was really inspired by other artists on this platform and how they share their practice, and essentially that made me want to join in, but from the perspective of trying to regain your creativity and your desire to make art after a period of not wanting to do that anymore. This is also the first month that I've been back at work since what I'm calling the Great Hibernation. I'm easing into it, it's only part time, but I am already finding that the structure is helping my weeks a little bit. The other part of that is I'm trying to remind myself that I don't have to keep everything together. I just have my part of the pie to contribute, and that is what my responsibility is. It's a little bit of an adjustment trying to manage my energy levels, but I'm figuring it out, and I will keep you updated on that. I'll get into it a little bit more in the rest of the video, but the other main things that I've been doing to try and not be a slug anymore. I cleared my desk and organized all of my space so that it's as easy to start art as possible. I can see all of my books and pencils and tools and they're within reach. So that means that executive dysfunction has a little bit less of a claw hold on me. I also spent time with friends and tried to get out of the house and tried to get things out of my brain. And I started something called a crap sketchbook, which I'll explain later on. Not a lot happens in this video, but I really hope that you find it relaxing or chill or even just good company, even if you have it on background while you're doing something else. See you later. Whenever you are in a period of depression or low energy or just general turbulence, it's really easy for the things that you do to maintain your space and your life to kind of fall by the wayside. As I was coming out of the pit, I felt that a good way to try and reclaim some of my energy was to take care of the plants that I had unfortunately neglected for a while. I tried to make the process somewhat meditative and focused on, as I was removing detritus and taking care of this living thing that deserved this care, that I was also applying that care to myself. I find that doing simple, kind of slow tasks like this that are somewhat repetitive, it's also a good time to think and kind of consider ideas or process feelings or just figure out what it is you want to do next with your day. In terms of burnout recovery, I feel that this is a somewhat essential step. Just getting up and doing something instead of potatoing, even if you are having to ration your energy carefully, doing something to improve your space is a great way to start moving towards feeling better than you did before. Sometimes, as well, whenever you're taking care of yourself, it seems a little difficult. You can spend some of that energy taking care of the creatures around you, and that will help you feel better about yourself by proxy. That cool or anything?
Sorry.
We're here to learn.
Behave aggressively towards predators.
I like that boat. It's a leaf.
Yeah. There's Jess in her element. What's here?
You're talking to yourself.
A little bit. It's not very entertaining.
Little wiggly guys.
Yeah.
Chili bites and stuff in this one.
They're pretty nice. She's talking to the camera.
I'll take your story.
Basically, when I was about 10, me and my brothers went to my granny's, and my granny lived near a swamp. And sometimes we would just go for walks, me and my brothers. And I think one time must have been like a badger's den, and we were walking and didn't realise, but we fell down the den, like, you know, we stumbled our foot in it, and the badger mum went mental and like came out and was like chasing us like a little bit away, obviously, but oh my god, they are vicious. Yeah, of course, but they're still extremely vicious. They look so cute. I love their markings, they're gorgeous, but my god, they are scary. Yes, I'm getting footage. Ghosts in there. But do you think they're friendly though?
I guess it depends.
Yes! It's nice! Nice!
I like sea slugs because a lot of them have these two cute little antennas, little ears. Yeah, they're called sea hares. Yeah, because they have little ears. He kind of looks like he's giving us the side eye.
Yeah, he is. E-boy and eager. Isn't that so fun? Like,
I never mention nails.
oh, it's kind of fun.
He's perfect. Perfectly shaped. Excellent creature. There's a wee bird.
Little bird up the tree.
Oh.
Where's he away?
That bird is climbing that tree.
Yeah, why not just play? Unless it's
So, watching other artist YouTubers and seeing how they kept sketchbooks kind of inspired me to try and do the same, but I tend to become quite precious about sketchbooks and I really want them to be perfect. So, in order to overcome that, I decided to create something called a craft sketchbook, where I specifically give myself permission to do a bad job. I picked the grodiest, most beat up sketchbook I could find in my drawers, and the art doesn't have to be good, it just has to be there. It's a way to practice, it's a way to build muscle memory and experiment. In the gift shop I found this really cool tote bag. I was really inspired by the way that they used colour and line and the way that they overlapped, and I wanted to try and replicate that technique on some of these illustrations that I got from this foraging book. I used a marker to start with. As you can tell, I'm still not used to filming myself while drawing, but I didn't really like these very much. It was a fun experiment and I'm really glad that I did it, but I ended up not loving the result as much as I had been hoping. But again, that's the point of the craft sketchbook. You don't have to like the art, it's just good practice. Oh boy. One night then I decided I had the energy to do some drawing, so I pulled up some of the footage that I had from the museum and tried to draw some fossils. As you can tell, this is really good for your posture. I don't know if I would recommend doing it this way. Oh dear. I have this really crap watercolor set that was really cheap and the pigments are not very vibrant, but I wanted to use them anyway because again, this is a craft sketchbook, it doesn't have to be good, but I used the watercolor to make a wash and then pencils to try and put more vibrancy and detail into there. And this is where I decided that this old ass Posca was going to be a good idea to use for highlights. Instead it bled all over the page. I tried to salvage it by smudging it a little bit, but oh boy, I was not liking how it was going. Oh, I'm really trying. Whenever I was trying to salvage the Posca by drawing lines over it with my ink pen, the Posca wasn't dry yet, so it was gunking up the pen. And of course, the way that you get a pen to work is you put it in your mouth. But that doesn't work with fountain pens! Oof. And that was that for that night. The next day, now that the Posca was actually dry, I tried to salvage it one more time. And this time I ended up liking the result a lot more. I filled this whole page with fossils and shells, again from the footage of the museum earlier, and I really enjoyed the process of trying to translate the little shapes and the indentations and textures into this washy, watercolory, line arty style. It was really fun to experiment and I actually did find myself getting lost in it a little bit, which again is kind of the point. It had been a long time since I had really enjoyed making art just kind of for the sake of it, so this ended up being a really positive process for me. So chill with me and just draw with me for a little while. We will fill this sketchbook page together and see how it goes. As a primarily digital artist, I found that this was a really nice way as well to diverge myself from the kind of work that I usually do for money. So it was a lot easier to feel like I was drawing just for the sake of it and drawing for me, and it felt less related to my burnout as a result. How many times can I say burnout in one video? Holy moly. And this is the result. I like these a lot better than the ones I'd ruined before. Hello again. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, then thank you so much for your time. I know that I'm kind of using these videos as a form of self-documentation in order to make it feel less like work, but the point of sharing these is that I do hope that you find some benefit in it, whether it gives you ideas for things to do to try and get back some of your creative energy, or even if you're just in a similar position to me and it gives you some heart and makes you feel less alone. I know watching videos like this has helped me, and I can only hope that I contribute to that energy in some way. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next month.